Welcome back. NBA prediction video, 2024-2025 season. Let's get going. Okay, guys, welcome to Rip City Rundown. Today, basically, I'm going to do an NBA prediction video for the season. I'm going to go through each team. Basically, I'm going to tell you if they're going to go over or under their projected win total, and I'm going to have a standings of how I think the standings will finish by the end of the regular season. Okay, and just to get ahead of it, because I know some people are here that aren't Blazer fans, we are a Blazer channel. We love the Portland Trail Blazers. You can see the jerseys behind me. I'll go ahead and say it. We're finishing 15th in the West. Go ahead, roast me in the comments. And also comment down below which team you support and tell me your prediction for that team. Okay, so let's jump into it. Starting in the Eastern Conference, the number one overall seed at the end of the regular season is going to be the Boston Celtics, okay? I have them going 61-21. Their over-under is 58.5. For me, it is an easy over, okay? They won 64 games last year. Yes, the Eastern Conference got better. Yes, the Sixers got Paul George. The Knicks got McHale. You know, the Heat might be back. The Bucks might be healthy. The East is strong, but the Celtics are the best team by far. And I think Jason Tatum, after the summer experience of the Olympics, is going to want to basically remind everyone who he actually is. And I think the Celtics will be on the gas. I don't think they'll win 64 games, though, but I got 61-21 in the number one overall seed. Number two seed, the Milwaukee Bucks, 53-29. I have them going over 50.5. Why? Giannis. Giannis is kind of the most forgotten superstar right now. Yes, he carried Greece in the Olympics, but Luka, Shea, Anthony Edwards, Jokic, Tatum, they're all getting the love. Giannis is going to go for MVP this year. I really do. And I think Dame with a second year, I think Dame's being disrespected. That might be a little biased, but they are going to be the number two seed. I think they're going to have their foot down on the gas pedal for the regular season. Third seed, the New York Knicks. Smallest range of outcomes team here, basically. They're going to win anywhere from 48 to 53 games. I have them going 51-31. I have them going under 53.5 wins. I think that total's a little inflated. McHale's great. I do think the Knicks, just the way Tibbs just runs these dudes into the ground, I think they might, just because of how talented they are, not go all out in the regular season. I don't see them getting past 53.5 wins. I'm going under, but a comfortable 3 seed, and I think they'll be just fine with that, Knicks fans. The 4 seed is going to be the Sixers. 49-33 is what I have them going. Under 52.5. Why? I don't trust Embiid and Paul George to be healthy for the whole season. Maxey is great. I think Embiid had a great summer. Paul George is, this team is great. This team could win the championship, straight up. But the health, I think they're going to prioritize in the regular season Paul George and Joel Embiid's health, and I think they will not go all out for a top seed in the East. They are going to get home court, though. That's why I have them number 4. 5 seed, Cleveland Cavaliers, 48-34. They're going to go over 47.5. I like them going over because I think their starting lineup, when healthy, is lethal, and they were not healthy enough last year. That's basically what it is. Donovan Mitchell is back, which is huge. I think Garland had a weird finish, but I think he's still a very fine, good point guard. Evan Mobley, we know what he can do, and I think the Cavs now have a great coaching staff as well. I think they go over. I think they're kind of an overachiever in the regular season. A theoretical first-round matchup with Philly here. Give me the 76ers in that one. You didn't hear that from me, though. Moving on. The 6th seed, the Orlando Magic, 46-36. Why? Paolo is the first reason. Number 2, KCP is such an underrated signing for them. They needed shooting. I do have them going under 47.5 wins, though. Why do I have them going under 47.5 wins? I don't know if Franz is the answer, to be honest. He got the big extension. He looked weird for Germany. He's good. He's not. He's a little too streaky for me. I think Paolo is great. I think they were the 7 seed last year, so I have them going up to the 6 because of KCP. But I think 47.5 is still a little too much for a Magic team that, talent-wise, is not a top 5 team in the conference. The 7 seed, I have the Miami Heat, 45-37. They go over their total of 44.5 because, frankly, Jimmy Butler's in a contract year. Jimmy Butler is that guy still. He is going to be 35. I know age can be a concern, but I think he's going to give it a big-time run this season in a contract year. Bam, great player. Spo, best coach in the league. The Heat have the best infrastructure in the league with Pat Riley, the location of Miami, and then of course Spo. So I think the Heat are always overachievers. I think they get to the 7 seed. The 8 seed, I have the Pacers, 43-39. They go under 47.5. That total is way too high to me. Pacers were great. I know they're a conference finalist from last year, but let's be honest. They had to play a really injured Milwaukee team. They had to play a Knicks team that was literally the wheels were falling off the train thanks to Tibbs and basically playing guys 50 minutes a night. I'm not saying the Pacers are bad. They're going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're better than any of the teams that I have above them. And so for that reason, they're the 8th seed. Going into now the play-in teams and basically the lottery teams, there is a big drop-off after the Pacers and basically those top 8. I have the Hawks at 9. I think they go over 35.5. I think they go 36 and 46. They still have Trae Young. Risa Sharon will be a nice piece. Capella, this team does nothing for me, but someone's got to be the 9, and I think they're better than the teams below them. And I think they sneak the over on their win total just because I feel like no one's talking about it and everyone's going under. The 10, I have the Raptors also going over their win total, which is at 30.5. I have them going 32 and 50. I just think their culture and just the way they play is, it's just too good to lose. I don't know. Someone's got to win, and they're better than all these teams below them, 32 and 50 mid-season, but they have Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is good, and they have some nice young pieces. The 11th seed, Chicago Bulls, 29-53. They also go over their win total. 27.5 is what it's set at. I think everyone is off the Bulls. Everyone thinks they're terrible, poorly ran. And yes, all that is true. But they still have some nice pieces, and I think people are still underrating Vucevic. Kobe White is underrated. Patrick Williams is solid. Lonzo might be healthy this year. I think the Bulls still have talent, and maybe DeRozan leaving gives them at least a new direction. I know they still have Levine. The Bulls, I'm not defending the Bulls. I think they're horribly ran. They need to pick a direction, but they're really good at being mid, and I think they'll go over their win total and win 29 games. At the 12th seed, the Charlotte Hornets, 27 and 55. They go under 29.5. I think the Hornets are a nice young team. Brandon Miller looked great. That's all I got to say about the Hornets. They're just not going to do anything this year. At the 13th seed, the Pistons, 25 and 57. I have them going over their wins, though, at 24.5. I think people just last year, the Pistons were just such a laughingstock, such on a crazy losing streak. I know they drafted Ron Holland, who can't shoot, but they have a ton of nice pieces. I think Cade's really good. This is more just like a zag play in terms of over-under on win total. I think everyone's going to take under 24.5, so I'll take over, and they win 25 games. The 14th seed and the 15th seed, Wizards and Nets. I have Wizards at 14, 22 and 60. I do have them going over 21.5, though. I think Sarr actually ends up coming down the stretch, might win them some games. I think Sarr's good. I think his summer league was just got a lot of people off the Sarr train, which is fair. It was not good. And then the Nets, 19 and 63, under 19.5 wins. Yeah, they're going to be really bad. Moving on to the Western Conference, the 1 seed. Yeah, it's going to be the Thunder. 55 and 27. They're so young. They're so energetic. I think they just are the best team to really give it their all in the regular season, and I think they want the 1 seed. Obviously, who doesn't? But I think some teams are kind of cool with, saving some in the regular season. I think the Thunder go for it. 55 and 27. I have them going under their win total, though, which is at 56.5. The 2 seed, I have the Timberwolves, 54 and 28. I have them going over 52.5 wins. I think Anthony Edwards is a star. I think Cat had his best season and will look to build upon it. Gobert, not a great, Olympics for France. Wemby just basically played him off the court. You can't play them together, which is fine. But he's still a really good NBA defensive center. I think Timberwolves starting 5 with their defense, they're set up for regular season success. And I think what they learned in the playoffs last year will carry over. They'll get the 2 seed. The 3 seed might be a surprise. I have the Phoenix Suns, 50 and 32. I think Kevin Durant and Book had a great summer. Don't underestimate them. They're both fantastic players. Both top 15 players to me still in the league, I believe. Beal, whatever. Nurk, whatever. But I have them going over 47.5 wins. So they are the 3 seed. I think they are going to give it a run in the regular season. 4 seed, I have the Mavericks, 50 and 32, over 49.5 wins. Simply Luka Doncic is that guy. I think Luka, Kyrie, and the rest of the Mavs could go after a top seed, but again, I think they're just going to prioritize Luka's health. I think they went to the finals last year as a 5 seed. I think they're totally comfortable being a 4 seed, basically getting home court, but still being in that first round. They're not scared of the Thunder. They're not scared of the Timberwolves. Without this Warriors dynasty and with LeBron aging, the West is wide open. So 4 seed's not bad. 5 seed, I have the Nuggets, 48 and 34, under 51.5 wins. This is low-key my favorite play. If you're going to take an over-under on a team, go under Nuggets regular season wins. KCP is gone. Jamal Murray he'll probably be fine, but he looked just terrible this summer. Jokic is awesome. But the Nuggets, to me, have to rely on young guys to be successful this year. And I also think they are going to not coast in the regular season, but they ran out of gas in the playoffs against Minnesota. You could tell in Game 7 because they were really going for the 1 seed last year. So I think they're going to pace themselves a little more, and you might see them lose a couple more games because of it. But Mavericks-Nuggets would be an awesome first-round series. The 6th seed, kind of the forgotten team last year, is the Grizzlies, 47-35, under 47.5 wins. I'm sure there's some sports books that are like at 46.5 or are one-off for all these teams, but I have the Grizzlies going under 47.5 wins. Ja's back. Jaren Jackson Jr. is still really good. Desmond Bane is really good. They have some nice young pieces. I think they're going to be a solid playoff team, and that's why I have them at 6 and out of the play-in. Edey is the big question mark. If they're relying too much on him, it could get a little squirrely, but I think with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Bane and Ja, they have enough to kind of tread water if Edey doesn't work out immediately. So I still have them at this as the 6th seed. The 7th seed, I have the Kings, 46-36, going under 46.5 wins. A lot of these Western Conference teams have high win totals, and I just don't think it's possible for all of them to go over. So I have a lot of them going under, obviously. 46-36 for the Kings. DeRozan is there now. They have a really good starting 5. Fox is still what he is. Sabonis is the walking double-double, low-key triple-double. DeRozan's a bucket getter in the clutch. I just don't know if they have the defense, and I don't know if they have the bench. They just seem talent-wise a step below some of the teams above them. In the 8, I have the Lakers going 45-37. I think the Lakers go over 43.5. I know what some people are saying. LeBron and AD aren't going to be that healthy again. You might be right, but I'm basically taking the Lakers over here because I'm betting that the Lakers are going to make a big move and kind of go all in on the last few years of LeBron here. Because LeBron showed in the Olympics he still has it. He's still one of the best players in the world. And if he's not the best player in the world, he's like the guy you want. He's the guy you want to have the ball when the game is on the line. You want LeBron to have the ball. So I don't know, as Blazer fans, if they're going to like Jeremy Grant or if they're going to go get someone. But they're going to go get a dude, and I think the second half push for the Lakers to make the playoffs will have them go over their win total. In the 9 is the Warriors, 44-38, over 43.5, simply because of Steph Curry. That's it. Don't have any other research or reasoning. Steph Curry. In the 10 is the Pelicans, 43-39, under 45.5 wins. Pelicans is a 10 seed. Shows you how deep the West is. But I can't trust a team that doesn't have a center, and the player that is playing center for them, Zion, I can't trust him being healthy for the whole season. So, with that being said, their best player, can't trust him being healthy the whole season. Their best player, I'm going to play center. They don't have a center if he gets hurt. I can't trust the Pelicans to put together a full season. I think they're going to struggle a bit with injuries, and yeah, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of good teams. They're the 10. The 11 are the Rockets, 42-40. Under 43.5 wins. They're just that middling team right now. Props to the Rockets for getting out of the basement. But the West is just so strong right now that you really need a bona fide star to compete. If Kevin Durant had gone to Houston, now we're talking in H-Town. But, Jalen Green, Sengun are nice pieces. Jabari Smith is solid. But they're not better than any of the teams above them. And they're going to go over 500 in terms of their winning percentage, which is great. Not enough to make the playoffs. The 12 are going to be the Spurs. I have them going over 36.5 wins at 38-44. Wembanyama, quite frankly. And if he's not the main reason, then Chris Paul is the second reason. I know Chris Paul's old, but Wembanyama with an actual point guard is kind of scary. And I'm very interested to see how that plays out. And I think Wemby still doesn't understand the concept of like tanking. Even last year, he was winning them games, which of course you're a rookie, you're trying to show out, but that was funny to watch. Wemby gets them to 38 wins. In the 13, the biggest surprise here are the Clippers in the 13. That is crazy, right? They're opening a new arena. They have an owner who just shells out money like it's coming out of his... Exactly. 37-45 for the Clippers. Under 40.5 wins. Their over-under's at 40.5. That should tell you everything you need to know. That's like 12th best on here. Paul George is gone. Kawhi and Harden are running the show, and they have some nice role players. I can't trust Kawhi to be healthy. I really think if the Clippers aren't playing great ball and they're like fighting for the playoffs, I could totally see Kawhi just shutting it down like usual, and they go after a lottery pick this year and maybe try to get the guy to pair with, James Harden and Kawhi for a final push, for a few-year push with the new arena. I have the Clippers 13th in the West. That feels crazy to say. In the 14 seed are the Jazz, 25-57. They're the only team that's really comparable to the Blazers in terms of talent, but they have Lauri Markkanen and we don't. they're going to be better than us. They win 25 games, but they go under 29.5. And then the Blazers are going to go 19-63, under 21.5. We are trying to capture the flag this year, get Cooper Flag. Very curious to see how Scoot and Shaden develop. Jeremy Grant is probably not going to finish the season as a Blazer. Simons is iffy. The Blazers are going to do their best to lose games. So that is my prediction for the 2024-2025 season. Comment down below what you agree with, what you disagree with, and tell me where I'm right and where I'm wrong. Please, I'm going to change these every day because I could see the Lakers winning the championship. I'm just kidding. They're not winning the championship. Come back next time. We'll see you later.